We are all builders in this room. All builders. If you hear that the campus is going to go, design your own, in your own kitchen, in your own living room, in your own church. Never let anybody of the dominant society take something away from you externally when it's in your heart. This is in our hearts. The Tacoma campus will never go.
Yes.
A building could go,
Ever.
close up forever, but a Tacoma campus will always be here. No one will ever take it away, and even when I die, I'm coming back to make sure. It did not start with the building. It started in my kitchen, around my kitchen table. It starts with an idea in your spirit. You allow your heart then to engulf it, you embed it in your spirit, and you keep it going. I don't care if they're talking about, let me tell you something about white people and money. The Tea Party is a movement. It's a movement to frighten people. When you start hearing language about this building is leased and all that, that's to frighten you. Nothing to be afraid of. When you stand up, what is your name?
Ben, baby.
What's your first name?
Ben.
Ben?
Yes, ma'am.
When you stand up with yourself and say, I have formed a Ben College, that's all you got to say. You say it every day to yourself. And you walk around as president of your own college. Walk in your own house and say, I'm Ben. Walk in your bedroom, look at a full-length mirror and look at President Ben. If you don't have anybody sitting in there with you, go get you some dolls and put them around. But know that it can never be taken away from you. And once you understand that, once it's embedded in the spirit, you walk free. I've heard the story of this campus, that campus, and Maxine. I've heard so much about budget cuts until I have turned white. I have heard, you hear budget cuts all the time.
Yeah.
Come here, RT. Nobody on earth can look at her and get rid of a campus.
That's right. No.
Not with the intellect, the degree. RT Young will sue you.
Come on.
And Barbara Laners will do the research. She will. And Wacho will write the briefs. You have three lawyers on this campus. 3 lawyers. Barbara, Peter, and RT. And you think somebody is going to walk in here and I'm still alive and say, I'm closing it? Oh, let's talk about something else. Let's go shopping in Nordstrom.
I just want to thank everybody, and with people who are asking, you know, what can I do? How can I go back to college after my BA? I sat there, and I was a bridge student, 30 years old, had graduated high school several years ago. It was like 10, 15 years before I graduated, and I am now a faculty at Washington State University, running the largest youth program in King County. And all because of the bridge program, Dr. Joy, everything for college. And I'll tell you, there was the bridge program, Rudy, who was a science teacher, wrote on my paper, Dr. Nancy. That inspired me, and I keep that today. These people will hold you to the highest esteem and help you, and you are going to achieve amazing things. And I just want to thank all the professors. Thank you.
Maxine, this morning when you talked about getting into global
We need to go global. We need to learn to be global. The issues, all of the issues that we have here through education, each one of us is a person that can pass it on down the line. Whatever it is we know, whatever it is we've mastered personally, becomes part of that little global image of education that we can give back to the students.
Wow.
So the question is, can we borrow Evergreen to be able to work with the students, to be able to teach them the arts so that it doesn't get lost in the matrix that we have already created, that you created in this campus right here.
And the question is, can you do it?
Can we do it? Can, ask everybody here, can we all say, yes, we will do this for our children? Because they're our legacy right here behind us. Because if we don't, we're leaving them.
I want to say something. They already have said yes. See, they're here.
So they're here, so what day can we meet?
Remember now, be careful. You're throwing a structure before,
No, open discussion right now. We need to see what is really.
but you're asking for a commitment before I'm ready to even know who I am in relationship to your question. So give me some time to breathe. Give me some time to be solid. Give me some time to incubate what I've just heard. We need time to be solid with an idea. We need time to incubate images, because so many images are there with no substance.
Yes.
You have the R-E-E-L that makes you think it's R-E-A-L.
Right.
So when you have desperate housewives or Joy likes to look at, no, housewives of Atlanta. Yeah. Now, let me use that. Let me use that because I use Joy because we're close. Let me use that. Let's use housewives of Atlanta.
Okay.
Let's just use that. Everybody in this room recognizes that in our community, it looks like this. Atlanta is the mecca of sophistication. But if you want to destroy that, you put on housewives of Atlanta who acts like a bunch of fools. So what we'll find ourselves doing is talking about the Atlanta housewives, and don't they chat, and aren't they gossipy? And the next thing you know, you're saying things about Atlanta that has never been said. Some of our greatest universities are in Atlanta. Some of our greatest historical black colleges in Atlanta. But we have people watching housewives of Atlanta. I bet if you found a black woman who is married to a wonderful electrician in Atlanta, you wouldn't see her on that program. I bet if you found a wonderful school teacher married to a plumber, you wouldn't see her on that program. So the real takes over, and that image becomes the image that we imitate, and we have no substance. Joy, I demand that you get more substance. New York. Joy said she'll go to Housewives of New York.
It's more, I don't know if there a question may come out of it, but it was just when you were talking about language, and it sparked this because I facilitate domestic violence groups with women in Seattle, and so there was a story that came up in my research for what group was going to be. It's the two little words. And that is, if I had not, if only, right? And you take those words out and you substitute them, like you were saying, you substitute the words with next time. Your mental thinking about the situation will change. And so if we hear that our campus is Walmartish or whatnot, or that he was not using the language of the Tacoma campus, because that's what it says on this. And that's what it says, and when you go to the Olympia Tacoma campus. So we're a separate a campus as well. We're not beneath the Olympia campus, in my opinion. But I'm just, that's just my own personal opinion. I'm a little biased. And so with that, what I'm saying is with language, how do you take the language that our children are learning from us and hearing in the streets and incorporate that they're changing it so it's positive for their future?
You have to stop seeing yourself making something equal.
That's right.
You cannot always be there trying to be equal. Come on. You just can't. It's impossible. You were born equivalent. There's a big difference in the concept of equal versus equivalent. When you have an equivalent relationship, there does not exist a main campus and a so-and-so campus. Once you say main, this show ain't. You only have, for Evergreen, an Olympia campus and a Tacoma campus, because they're equivalent. You've got to get that in there. If you want to say Olympia program, Tacoma program, that's fine. But you can't use the language main campus and you become a center. Once you become a center, then the concept of leasing becomes an issue. They will take it away from me due to budget cuts. It's impossible for us to be cut from a budget. We have 3 lawyers on a campus. You've got to understand what's here. You've got 3. One who worked for the Supreme Court. Now, you can't walk around talking about main campuses and leasing and whatever. You've got the top notch. You've got a Michelle Obama. You've got a Barack Obama. You've got a Dr. You've got a film. Gilda! You let them come out here with some bulldozers trying to tear this down and take this. Gilda would film them. Gilda would film them and put it on YouTube. It would be a revolution. You know. Think of who's here. What's your field, Tony?
Political economy.
Oh, come on now. You have a young man with energy. Political economy. Do they know what that means? What does it mean? Somebody quick. Make it up. Somebody quick, just tell me.
Say again.
What does political economy mean?
Economy is based on economics. It's policies that are set based on making money.
Now, did you hear yourself answer your own question, which you asked me a half hour ago?
Yes, ma'am.
That's it. That's the brilliance of you. That's the 360. That's the brilliance. You could develop a campus.
Let it be.
That's what's up.